Welcome back. That's Sean Campbell. I'm Shaun Starr. We're talking Laval Rocket. Talk to me about the biggest pros from David Reinbacher's game. Let's start positive.
You want the most calm, cool, and collected defenseman that you can
Yes.
see?
Yes.
That's David Reinbacher.
Let's go.
There's no panic in his game. And this is stemming, yes, I can evaluate 2 games, but I don't even want to. I want to wait a month because he's coming back from a knee injury. But I loved what I saw last year in the AHL. He played 11 games with the Rocket, and then he played a little bit of training camp. I still feel like I haven't seen enough to give a full evaluation. However, every time I see him, I feel really good about him. Really good about him. And he's big, he's calm, he's mobile, he reads the play. Oh, you're giving me the ice? I'll skate the puck. You're not giving me the ice? I'll make the pass. You're giving me a little bit of pressure. And I guess in the difference was in game 1, he did all in the 2 games that he came back. Game 1, he did all the simple things. And you say he was a minus player in 1, probably should have been a penalty on him. The other one kind of gets banked off his own knee. I can look at all the little things, and I gave him a 7-8 out of 10. In the second game, they lose Noel Hoffenmeyer halfway through the game. So not only in the first game, they're playing 7 defensemen to be careful with his return. They go to 6 in the second game, and then they're down to 5. And right away, the coach is like, yep, go, get out there. And I loved what I saw from David Reinbacher in the second game. There was maybe a couple times he tried to do things he shouldn't do. And one time he did a random spin in front of the net to protect the puck. And I'm like, you don't need to do that. And I know that's not it's almost like he wanted to try to see what he can do. Because this is a guy that's been practicing with NHL players, and now he's been thrown into the AHL. But he does remind me when I watch him play that he sticks out a little bit about just all the little things. He's better at it than a lot of the defensemen the Rocket have. They throw him back there. He hasn't played in 8 months. And there's 7 defensemen playing. And in that first game, I'm like, he's already a top 2, top 3 on this team.
Right.
And he's been out for 8 months. And he's 19 years old. What's going on? Mm-hmm. And then it makes me smile. That's how I look at David Reinbacher. So I'm a little bit more bullish on how good he's going to be, but I still want to see more because I evaluate what I see in front of me. I could watch YouTube clips, but I take it with a grain of salt because they don't make YouTube clips of all your errors. They really don't.
How dare you? How dare you? You should watch more of this show. Lots of errors on this show.
Okay.
When it comes to, I have my own opinion on what I think David Reinbacher is going to need to do in order for this market to say, Ken Hughes, Jeff Gordon, you made the right decision selecting this guy when we were sold the bill of goods on how deep the draft was when he was chosen. A generational offensive draft. Yeah. Exactly, right? And the Canadiens go with a non-flashy defenseman in this draft year where everyone's telling us about the unbelievable offensive talent, right? I'm over that. I have more or less come to the conclusion of what I think I need to see in order for Reinbacher to be the right pick. So I'm not going to tell you my answer. I'm going to let Sean go first. I don't want to influence him. What for you would be when you're on with Gallo on Campbell v. Gallo on TSN 690, 10 to 2 weekdays, and you guys are talking about, yes, the Reinbacher pick was the right pick. What is he doing with the Canadiens that gives you that opinion? What does he have to do?
And we're projecting down the line?
Yes, yeah. Like two years from now, we're talking about Reinbacher being the right pick. Smart maneuvering by this administration. What is he doing that leads us down that path?
In 2 years' time, 22, 23 minutes a night on the penalty kill, 5-on-5, every situation, maybe end of, those defensemen that you want at the end of the period out there to get the puck out, to block a shot, to do all those little things. And if you even offensively, probably not a power play, maybe second, but with the guys that the Canadiens have in 2 years' time, probably not even second. And at that age, I wouldn't even put that responsibility on him, but still accumulating maybe about 20 to 25 points.
Because I feel similar to that. If we're talking about a defenseman that's playing 24 minutes a night on average and playing in all of those situations, I think that will be a slam dunk home run pick by the Montreal Canadiens. To have a guy Like, are you talking he's your top pair on the right side?
Well, if you think about it, who's the guy that does that now? Alex Carrier?
Yeah. Well, normally, I guess it's Caden Gooley playing on the wrong side.
Yeah, or Caden Gooley on the right side.
When he's healthy, right?
Yeah, like you're up 3-2. You want Gooley and Reinbacher out there.
Like I was just about to say, like, can that world exist where your top defenseman, your top pair is Gooley on his natural strong side and Reinbacher on the right side? Like, I mean, I don't want to get too crazy, but I would love to see that pairing. That would, in my head, maybe I'm getting too carried away. I think that would be a dominant pair of defensemen. But Reinbacher's got to do his.
But that could be, if you're putting them together.
Yeah,
you might want a little bit more offensive flair on your top pairing. That might be your perfect second duo. But if you can roll 4 that you trust on every single shift, that's what you're trying to build. You want 6 that every single shift that you're out there. So if you're in a world where it's Gooley and Reinbacher in 2 years' time, and then and your third pairings Carrier and let's go with Struble or Jack-Eye or whatever you want to do in that one, and your top pairings Lane Hudson, Matheson, or Lane Hudson and Mayu, if depending where they're at, right? Like you get into a situation where you almost don't even feel like you need to label, oh, you're number 1, you're number 2, you're number 3, number 4. Like, I would love a situation where Reinbacher, one night you're like, oh, this is the guy I need to lean on. He's getting 26 tonight. Oh, okay, I'm going to give him 21 tonight. Yeah, that's the situation,
Logan Mailloux, can he be the second pair right side guy with Lane Hudson?
I think, look, Logan Mailloux right now has all the tools to play in the NHL without a doubt. Yeah. Shot, skating, toughness, physicality, offensive ability, drive to win, like everything you want in a NHL player. Logan Mailloux has it. I think a lot of this year has been a lot of Logan Mailloux in his own head and trying to be a better overall defenseman and piecing all those elements in his game. And even when he jumps up into the NHL, which defenseman am I going to be? Because in the AHL right now, he's not even playing the power play. And in my mind, he is an absolutely guy that you want on your power play. But I think that has a lot to do with Pascal Vincent realizing he hasn't pieced his game together yet. When you've had that, you're a puzzle guy.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
That puzzle that you're like, I don't get it. It's taking way longer than it should.
I don't see it. I don't see it.
Like I'm frustrated. I can't find that piece. I don't know why it doesn't go in there. I got to step away and come back. And I feel like a couple times he stepped away and he was, silent for a couple of weeks. And then he came back and he's like, boom, all over it. I think he's just taking longer to put the pieces together. But let me tell you, Logan Mailloux, all the pieces are there. All the pieces are there. He just needs a defenseman whisper in his ear. And I'm not saying they don't have it in the AHL. They don't have it at the AHL. They just need the right person to say the right thing at the right time, and it's going to click.
That's the voice of the Laval Rocket. You can hear him weekdays on TSN 690 from 10 until 2 with Mitch Gallo. It's Campbell v. Gallo. Don't miss the program. And, of course, catch up with all your Laval Rocket action on your home for Laval Rocket Hockey, TSN 690. Shaun Campbell, thanks for the insight. Really appreciate the time today.
No problem, bud.